Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl, April Marie. Where do we begin? Where? I don't even know. I'm so super duper frustrated right now, you guys, because Derrick Jaxn, as you all know, has been, he's self-proclaimed author, YouTube celebrity, social media celeb. He has been out here for about 10 years giving relationship advice to men and women, teaching women how you're supposed to deal with your man, teaching men how you're supposed to be as a man, and he is out here living not just a double life, but having, I believe, like split personalities, I am so personally offended and affected by his actions because I feel triggered. That's probably the best word. My sister was like, why are you so mad? Why are you so mad about this? That's not my husband. However, when I look at him and I see how he is and how he deals with relationships as far as what he talks about. Hey lady, how you doing? Welcome to the suite. How he talks about men, how he talks about women, how he talks about relationships, how he talks about morals, how he talked about God, how he spoke with so much conviction about these different things that he took personal interest in, and he decided to share conversations on YouTube and other social platforms about. I'm like, I felt personally connected to him. I felt like, wow, this is a brother who is in my age range, who is extremely handsome, super thirst trappy, okay? Like, literally, let me get a sip. Like, what? He's so fine to me, so articulate, educated, just seemed to be so well put together. And I think seemed is the best word, because at the end of the day, you guys, he is not that person. So let me refer to my notes because I'm getting pissed off. I'm getting mad because when I was talking to my best friend earlier today, and we were just like going in because it's not, I feel like people are taking it out on his wife. They're talking about his wife. They're talking about what she looks like. They're talking about the reasons he probably cheated, probably because his wife ain't doing X, Y, Z. Well, we all know the biggest break in history was when Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. And everybody was like, what? So it don't matter what you look like. And even Beyonce was very clear about that. It's not about what you look like. Really, it don't have nothing to do with that. Really, what it has to do with is a man's ability to be disciplined. A man's ability to be disciplined, to know this is how much I'm going to spend on this. This is what I do with my family's household. This is how I run this. This is the car I'm going to drive for now until I can afford bigger, until I can afford better. This man lacked discipline. And I'm going to get into it's another video that another one of actual Derrick Jaxn's, that's not even his real last name. Okay, he spells his last name Jaxn or something like that. JXSN. No, what?
JXSN.
Okay. It's not, it's a sham. And I say that because his wife's last name and the way that it's supposed to be spelled would be Jackson. So yes, thank you, Jaxn. That's not his real last name. Now, let me tell you the trauma for me. The reason why I told you guys I feel personally offended and affected by this is because I'm going to be 100% transparent. He's a sham. When I met my oldest son's dad, he told me his last name was one thing, right? The truth is his last name was another name. It was a whole nother name. And I went a whole, year thinking that this was his last name, and it was not. So I'm thinking to myself, he changed his last name for what purpose? For what? There really is no reason. But now that I'm thinking, and I told you guys I was triggered, I'm like, well, when you Google search that, who is Derrick Jaxn's wife? Well, we don't know because she doesn't put that last name. That's a whole nother, it's a sham last name. So I'm even more irritated because I'm like, that's not even your name, Negro. You out here for real, for real. You playing. So her last name on Instagram and every other platform is Jackson. His last name is Jaxn. So you can't even Google it. What you say? Gotta run a background check on people. That's right, but how much... This takes so much of the fun out of it. Stephanie said, but is it a sham or was it just his name for an online persona? You know what? I don't even know. I don't know. It could have been that, but let me just say this. He's a YouTube star. He's an author. He's got all these social media platforms. He's a classic male basher. He's a newfound Christian and has this amazing relationship with God. And I'm not going to bash him for that, but I'm sick and tired of Christian men coming in or non-Christian men, coming in and finally finding God. And when they do, now everything is about God. Like, can we sir, what? I'm just, look, and I told you guys I was triggered. Why am I triggered? Because I feel like every man that I've dated in the past has been so beautiful in the beginning. Like, beautiful. Looking good, smelling good, talking good, loving the Bible, like loving the Bible like this. Like, yes, in the Bible is good. Okay? And at the end of the day, you are full of it. You're a liar. And you're not practicing what you're preaching. You're not doing none of the stuff that you say you do. And so as a single woman, I'm like, is this what we're stuck with? Is this what we're stuck with? We're stuck with Derrick Jaxn's? Because I thought for so long that he was a good man based on his internet persona. I fell for it. Just like in real life. But I'm not the only one. And that's what made me and my best friend Pi, I should have had her butt on here with me tonight because she was on one today. You understand? We was in rare form. I was at the shop embarrassing myself, just laughing all loud, and it was crazy. But she said, okay, so of course, we all know, anyone who's done any research on narcissism, and Brandy, you guys talked about this, Beware, you guys talked about it tonight too. And a couple weeks ago when you covered narcissism, we all know that he's a narcissist. He loves to hear himself talk. In third person. In third person. We didn't even get to that interview yet. He loves to hear himself talk. Not only does he love to hear himself talk, he loves to be right. And so even to the point where he does a whole synopsis of the videos that him and his wife did. He goes back and does a replay in the car like how he does everyone else's relationship videos. He discusses it in the third person. I'm coming back to read the comments because I see y'all laughing and I want to laugh too. He comes back in third person and does a synopsis video on it as well. On his own video. In the third person. So not only is he giving us the first story, right? That's the one him and his wife were sitting up there holding hands backwards. Because I'm not even going to tell you how I felt about that uncomfortable hand-holding situation. I'm like, what are you doing? Then he talks about their relationship and how they're doing with that. Then he comes in and he says, in third person, let me now give you how you're supposed to think about this is classic narcissistic behavior. His take, then he gonna tell you how you should be thinking about what happened. And then he's gonna tell you how he views it and what he thinks about it. So everything wraps around back to him thinking and trying to tell you how to think.
And then get my book.
I said, doggone it, Derrick, you know what? I believed in you, my brother. And I'm just pissed that he act acting like this? Because I'm telling you, I was fooled right along with the rest of them. Until it was about 2 years ago, I said, he's talking a little long. Now, these videos used to be good 6 minutes. Now they going on 12 and 15. I said, Derrick, I don't want to hear just you that long. Now, that's enough. Okay, now let's see. B said, Barry White, better practice what you preach. That's right. Erica said, nope. We suck with, what'd you say? We suck with passports and follow God. Yeah. Living our best life, our best Oprah life. Dude in the back house. That's right. I'm not playing with these guys. Javier said they be like, red flag. Red is my favorite color. Right?
That's what everybody's laughing at.
Oh, that's what everybody's laughing at. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh no, I have the red flag because, of course I wear it. I wear it well, like a badge of honor. So over it. So Miss Madeline's laughing. Oh, Erica said, haha, red is my favorite color. I'm about to repent. Oh, and change to purple. We're going to have to change the color. Tisha said, Lord, a whole narcissist. He didn't show it. Where was the humility? He kept saying, because God had to humble me. God humbled me. And his wife, bless her heart. Bless her heart. Shut up.
Bless her heart.
Why? No, let me tell you why I say bless her heart. I say bless her heart because as a narcissist, he preyed on her, right? She was very weak, very delicate. She was very damaged emotionally. She had extreme trauma. Yeah. He definitely wanted to fix her because that is what he tries to do with all of us, is fix us. So of course he's trying to do that with his wife because she is the main problem child. And he's probably reminded her of that her whole doggone time they've been together. Well, I wouldn't be cheating if you wasn't over here damaged goods. If I was able to come home and talk to my wife, but I can't even talk to you because you... Okay, so I'm not even about to go through a whole movie synopsis of their life because, I could probably play both roles and... because in my head, I can see it playing out.
Yeah, and her story is so sad.
Her story is very sad. Her story is sad to the point where, like I said, I felt like he preyed on her because of her sad story. Because he knew it would be easy to keep her in the house. It would be easy for her to be quiet, lowly, humble. He knew she was a Christian woman, which, Christian women take the bad rap for being humble and quiet and, nurturing and loving. And they're not going to buck against the husband as the husband is the head and the woman is the, what? Not the tail. No, but that is how she was acting. Like she was the tail. Like she was the bottom. And not the neck. If he's the head, she's the neck. She's right there. Why are you... So, during their interview, their uncomfortable interview, I felt like it was not only scripted and contrived. I just felt like it was full of very inauthentic moments. It made me uncomfortable, cringeworthy. I felt like this is fake. And I'm pissed off because let me just tell you something. Let me tell you something about me. If I am going to be and stay in this relationship with this man who I loved for 10 years plus, who made me wait, because he was always telling people, don't wait. Don't take long to find a wife. And if you find her, marry her. Why you got to make her wait? Okay, well, anyway, she waited 9 years. She finally got her ring and her wedding. And only was able to post a picture and a half, I'm just saying. And it was not good pictures. It was not looking good. It wasn't. The whole thing looked sad.
She looked happy in her wedding.
Okay. Let me tell you something. The Bible says, and I'm not about to get on her kick, okay, because if you guys are looking anywhere near the shade room, it is embarrassing right now. But the Bible says that the woman is the fragrance of her home. So if her husband is pouring into her and treating her well, speaking well of her, uplifting her, loving on her, treating her well, I could have came in a sackcloth and ashes. You understand? But if I'm being uplifted from the inside out, you could see my glow from a mile away. I don't care what I have on. I don't care what color my dress is, my hat, bonnet. I wear my hair honey bonnet all the time, baby. And people is like, can I get one?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Hair honey. Shameless plug. Yes. I'm saying it's not about what she had on. It's everything else from the inside out that poured out. And people were like, blink if you need help. If you need a rescue, come tell us, because we're coming for you, because something is off here. And listening to her speak, one of my friends, hey, Tavi, girl, listen, they got me upset up in the suite today. Listening to her speak on her previous interviews and even the new ones that's coming out today, it's just cringeworthy. I've just not seen the victim of a narcissist have to be put in the forefront like this and then have to respond. Does that make sense to everybody? Like, I've never seen...
New information just came out.
New information just came out?
Yeah.
Oh, mercy.
4 minutes ago.
Who's it from?
4 minutes ago.
Oh, my God. Stephanie.
A phone call between whoever and his current mistress.
A phone call between Danae? Okay.
Oh.
This is just in, you guys. This is current events. Hold on.
Yeah.
Steph, the producer's on it. Okay. Now, yes.
She was pregnant late last year. His current mistress.
The current mistress was pregnant late last year.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is getting good and gossipy. Now, Lord, forgive us for this gossip. But let me just tell you something. It was put out here, and so I want to talk about it. All right? Is that all right with y'all? I want to talk about it because like I said, I feel like I've dated this dude just in a different body, over and over and over again. I feel like I've dated shams over and over and over again. So I was triggered starting when it busted out, the story busted open. I was so irritated because you sold us this dog and pony show and there was no dog and there was no pony. I bought tickets and I had popcorn. I had a churro. I was ready for it. I was so excited for him. Like this nice single man, because he presented himself like a straight single man. This nice single man is out here, living his best life, writing books, teaching people how to treat a woman. I have a clothing line, handle her with care. I'm like, he knows how to handle a woman right, with lots of care. And his wife sitting over here needing love and care and attention, starving. Starving. You said, get that book. B, I don't want nothing to do with that book. Madeline said, narcissists love to gaslight others. Let me tell you, he's been gaslighting. And that's the thing. When he did that video of all the different perspectives that he was giving, it was nothing but a big old gaslight session. It was like, I'm going to tell you what you should be thinking. And whatever you were thinking, it's not right. I got you. I'm going to teach you how to think the way I want you to think about me. It's just absolutely mind-boggling. You said, Monique said, girl, I bought the book before it got released that he cheated. Girl, what is the return policy? Okay, because I would be returning that. You understand? I don't have time for this. Tisha said, yeah, he fooled me, but it got overwhelming. His wife was never around. She was never around. And you know what? Honestly, someone said today on Facebook, I saw, she said, his wife is starting to unravel and it's concerning because her mental health is hanging in the balance. It seems very precarious right now. Her state of mind. I get it. Listen, she's never been exposed to the public before. She's literally been holed up, obviously, in the house, not dealing with any of this media storm that he has created. She's not been dealing with it because she doesn't subscribe to it. Period. She doesn't subscribe. So the fact that she is now being inundated with comments, nothing positive. And like I said, I don't have anything against her. I understand that when you're in a toxic relationship and a toxic environment and someone who is not feeding you well, like a flower, you will die. And emotionally, she was already tormented. So she's not growing. She's not producing well fruit. She looks like she needs care. Period. She's not producing well fruit. And so because she's now in the limelight, people are coming for her left and right. She has almost no other way to do anything besides now she's not resorting like a negative resorting, but she's resorting or she's relying on the word of God, which she is standing firm on. And she is, combating this Satan. She's feeling like any attack is from the devil, and it is spiritual. It is spiritual warfare. But I just think that the way that she's speaking, the way that she's talking about it, the way that she's handling it, is tough. It's like she's on the brink. It doesn't seem balanced. And that's the thing. That it does not seem balanced. But when you're dealing with somebody who is a narcissist, who is imbalanced, they will push you to the brink of an explosion. They will push you to the brink of crazy. Because this whole time, she's been in the backgrounds, sitting in the backgrounds, not allowed to really come out and do and be.
Yeah, it was over so long ago.
What?
This affair.
The affair was over so long ago?
That's what they said in their video together.
They did. And
okay. It was proven that.
Even with her standing by her man, deciding to choose her marriage over divorce, I understand. And like I said, if it was April Marie and she was like, you know what? Let me tell you something about this handsome thing next to me. I would have had that stance on the television, on the recording, whatever it is, on YouTube. I would have said, I love him. Guilty. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going anywhere. Me and my kids are going to stay here and we are going to be in this marriage and we're going to figure it out. Period. I have loved him since I saw him make the winning touchdown back in 96. Like, do you understand? I would have said, look, what? Because I am going to believe in this marriage. I'm going to believe in this man. We are going to do better by each other. I'm going to get myself together. He's going to get himself. We're working. We're counseling. Her stance was not that. Her stance was troubled. And like I said, everybody in the comments kept saying, blink twice if you need us to come rescue you, because she didn't seem like she was there. She didn't seem like she was okay. And emotionally, she's taxed. And so my prayer for her is that, not that because everyone's like, oh, she needs her hair done. She needs her this done. It's not aesthetics. It has nothing to do with the outward appearance. It has nothing to do with her gifts and her talents. It has nothing to do with any of that. It has to do with the fact that he is not a disciplined man. And so I was watching a video. A friend sent me a video. And she was like, you need to watch this video, honey, because this is giving the tea. This is giving everything. There's a dude. His name is Ace Metaphor. Now, I don't know if you guys watch him. I think he's dope. He's also a video guy or whatever. You know what? Before I get into that, let me read the comments. I'm sorry, you guys. I've just been chatting. I am not Derrick Jaxn. Okay, I do not just love to hear myself teach, but I want to just give you guys my feelings. Okay, so Erica said, that's why your relationship goals have to be your own goals. Come on. People been living a whole miserable life on social media. 100%. I totally agree with that. It looks so good on social media, but in real life, it's a nightmare. Yeah. And I'm not for that at all. Let's see. Yep. Charge it back. If you bought it on PayPal will give you your money back, Mo. Okay. B says, was the book good, Monique? Did you respond? Okay, so Tisha says she cheated back. She did? Now, see, I didn't hear about that. I mean, when do we grow up, though? So even with his cheating scandals and all of those things, if, you know, she's always been a self-proclaimed Christian and this is her stance, then why don't you stay in that vein? You know, sometimes you do have to, you know, be the example. Like, okay, you know what, if you're not going to fall in line with whatever it is that we signed up for when we said I do and we signed on the dotted line, we're going to be husband and wife, then how about we don't be husband and wife anymore since we can't hold our vows? Since we refuse to do the things that we said we would do together, if she's cheating as well, you know, then we don't need to be together because we are toxic together. We are not good together. That's always a conversation to be had because, you know, I just don't think that you're supposed to be on punishment in a relationship. Like, that's what it would feel like. Relationship punishment. I'm just not here for that. Monique said, I haven't finished it yet. It was the ebook. Okay, only $5, so I figured I'd give it a read. Okay. And then B said, bless her heart. Bless her whole heart. Erica said, girl, the book is 50% off and $4.95. $4.95 shipping and $7.99. Well, you know, he's got to do something. Put a customer code on there so that people can get it for free. How about that? Because
it's 50% off right now.
Yes, that's what Erica said. It's 50% off. But I'm just saying it should be free. You know, because at this point, you know, especially with how he's, let me scroll. Especially with how he's not, I don't know, guys. Everyone's like, a couple people had the take at the salon today. Well, he doesn't necessarily need to be apologizing to everybody. You know, he does. He does owe apologies because he's given advice that was contrary to how he lives. And I believe that when you're a man of character, in which he was portraying to be that you stand by that.
But he wasn't that.
Ever.
Then how can you hold him to that? Now it's like
now you
hold
can't
him to that standard.
And you know, okay, so this is why I'm gonna get into this video real quick. Mo said that part was $4.95 ebook. Yes. Let's see. B said, Monique Nelson, girl, I'm gonna need you to forward it to me so I can get a good laugh. You said, run it, Monique. Okay, girl, I heard that. So far it's not bad. I don't take things so seriously, but I figured it could be done. Wait, you said, but I figured it could be done decent above. Okay. I believe what I'm hearing you say. Yes, girl, we're talking about Derrick Jaxn. You're not that late. We're still in the mix. We're just talking about him being a narcissist, him, yes, cheating on his wife and having this huge catalog of following and literature and videos and not living up to those expectations. You are not late. No, please come on in. Tisha said, yes, Shantae. Yes, girl, we're here. Okay, let's see. Monique said, I figured it could be done decent. Oh, okay, decent advice. I never take things too seriously. But I do like getting male perspective. I love a good male perspective. Let me tell you, that is why I so enjoyed his take. I loved his take on stuff because I'm like, you know what? This is good. Like some of the stuff he was saying, I was really feeling like this is applicable. You know, I can take this off the page and I can apply it to my life over here. I can see where this would make sense. You know, I do enjoy the male perspective also. Let's see. Oh, yes, Shantae. She looked very sad, very robotically sad. And that is exactly what I was saying. I was expressing that, you know, a woman is the fragrance of her home. And so if she's wilting and if she's dying and if her fragrance is sour or off like it was, then you know she's not being fed, you know, in her marriage. She's not being uplifted. She's not being spoken well of. There are things that are not happening for her that she needs in order to grow, in order to glow, in order to be fed, be free to be her, be uplifted. I said, it doesn't matter what she was wearing. She could have had on that doggone, I said sackcloth and ashes. I'm going to also say a potato sack, and I'm also going to say a moo-moo, okay, and a hair honey bonnet. Yes, hair honey bonnet. You can get them online. www.myhairhoney.com.
Shameless plug. That's right.
You could be wearing a bonnet, and because you're like, you know what? This is my husband. This is my house. I plead the blood, because she was going there. She was quoting scripture. I plead the blood of Jesus over this house. There will be no more cheating here in this home. We are this type of family. And she started confessing and professing those things over her house. So coming from a place of strength, then I would say, you know what? Okay. All right. The
fact that it's still happening.
The fact that fact that it's still happening.
There's proof.
Steph, the producer. There's proof that he was at his mistress's house last week.
There are text messages that says, if there is a reporter that contacts you, please do not let them know that you know me.
Listen, do y'all hear this on the side?
Do not let them know you know me, and I'll explain it to you later. And she was like, you told me that you and your wife are getting a divorce.
See?
You told me that she lived in a different state and you couldn't serve her papers. And
All right. All of
that.
See what I'm saying? This is the part that for me is so unnerving. Because like I said earlier, I feel triggered. Okay? I have experienced very positive experiences in the beginning. It's great. Beautiful. It's like this shimmer of light, like, wow, we match so well. Like, he's awesome. He's this, is that. Oh my gosh. You know what I mean? Like, I love him. Oh. I love him. What does he say?
Oh.
And then this. It just goes sour. Because he is not a man of discipline, right? And honor and character. He is not a real man of morals and values. He doesn't have it. And he never had it. And so in real life, you know, when these jokers, you know, come up with this, I have to just keep it moving. But on this, I felt that PTSD creeping up because I'm like, you know what? You had us all fooled thinking that there was a possible... First of all, I thought he was still single, y'all. I said it on Instagram. I meant that. I put it in my story yesterday, and I typed over their whole picture because I was so pissed off I couldn't stop typing. I thought you were single. You know what I mean? So it was like, if I'm going to your conferences, I'm like, let me put on a little extra spray because I'm like, you look so good, and you're so this, and I just love how... Right? What, Stephanie?
He ain't that fine, bro.
I think he's fine, but I love some chocolate.
That's fine, but he just...
Whatever. He used to be in that meme. You guys remember that meme? It was the 4 pictures. It'd be like, where would you want to be at? January, March, whatever. He was in one of those pictures, and I would be like, most definitely January, yeah? Because he was cute to me. Needless to say, y'all know he's trash. Not trash. Lord forgive me. But he's acting like trash. Monique said, now you got me wanting to check her out. Yeah, you should. Deep dive on that. Beware said, the bonnet. Tisha says she cheated back. She don't care. She like, okay, I'm going to do me. She is saying I'm going to do me. She did say she didn't care about a lot of things. And that also is a key indicator that she is not being fed well. Because when you are and you're being the least bit stimulated emotionally, you tend to care about something. You know what I'm saying? You are a little bit more concerned. But when you are indifferent, that's a whole different thing. Why stay if you're in a place of indifference? Because the only thing that you're going to get from that is resentment. Never trust. It's always going to be some snide, ugly remark coming because you can't help it. You don't care. So it's like, what are we actually doing this for? And for who? You're getting yourself drugged through the whole mud. For who? For what? I don't know. I don't know. It's weird, you guys. I mean it. And robotic, Shantae, that was the best. Yes, girl. You don't have to plug it. Mm-hmm. Hey, Jackie. Tisha said, oh, I'm kidding. Okay. Tavi said, I see. Yes, yes, yes. And then Shantae said, but at the same time, where is her self-respect? Where is her support system? Okay, so some backstory on her from her own Instagram page. I am not writing this. I am not speculating. This is not gossip. This is from her. She had a very traumatic experience. She was raped by her father. She was disowned by her family. Okay, so she has no family, which is why I said she was plucked by this bred narcissist who feels like there is no place, no other place, you know, she feels like there's no other place for her to go. So she's in a perfect prime situation to be as loyal as he needs her to be as quiet and sit back as he needs her to, just a lowly Christian wife sitting in the corner with her head bowed. And, you know, her Bible open. And I'm just pissed off about it. I'm like, you know, that's just not what's going on. You know, that's not what's popping. Like, we are saved, we do love God, but doggone it, sir, you gonna get right or you gonna get out. We're not doing this. I'm not doing it. Period. Yeah. With nobody. It don't matter. Like, it's just a no. And for you to publicly humiliate me on not just one platform.
All of them.
Okay? Not just one day, multiple days on all the platforms.
But she kept coming back.
And then when she said, you know, and obviously this is a bonnet, you know, I mean, she said.
In her latest video.
No, well, okay, yes, that was in her latest, but the yesterday or some other day, she said, that, and this is obviously not a bonnet, it's a beanie. And he was like, yeah, it's a beanie, and I think it's beautiful. I said, nigga, no, excuse me, there's no beautiful beanies. They're just beanies, and it's okay. Like, babe, you wearing a beanie. Like, you don't have to be so extra. Okay? Babe, it's a beanie. It don't matter.
That was in the latest video.
What?
The helmet of salvation.
The helmet of salvation. Let me go current. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm skipping through.
Salvation.
The helmet of salvation
video. Which she's like, I am prepared for war.
Ooh, y'all got the comments cracking right now. I'm so sorry. I'm horrible.
I am prepared for the army of God. This is my helmet.
This is my helmet of salvation. This shirt is the.
Put your helmet on your husband.
She not the producer today. This the co-host. The secret in the corner co-host. She is giving it up. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Oh, he knew who to pray on, honey. Absolutely. Because he is a man who needs that type of a wife, a woman. So let me also say that Ace the Metaphor, I think that's his name. He's another guy who's done shows with Derrick before. And, you know, when this whole situation dropped, I need a charger too. Caleb, I'm sorry, baby. I know you just, huh? I'm sorry. He's laughing. I need my charger. I got to stay live for the people. Look, we talking tonight. I'm sorry, boo. Please, add an extension cord. I love you. So look, so Ace the Metaphor, he's another personality, a black dude. I think he's single. I didn't see a ring on him, but he was spitting some knowledge, right? And I've heard this before from another client of mine, Catherine. Me and Catherine spoke one day and I asked her what the most redeeming quality in her husband was. And she said that it was the fact that he is disciplined. Now, you've heard me say this word a million times, right, in this live, because that is like really how I feel. Because if he's disciplined in his life, he's going to be disciplined in where he puts his penis as well. And so this is what Ace had to say. He said that, what?
Going from one internet man
to the next.
See, you got to be careful.
Well, hold on. Let me tell you what he said now. It made a lot of sense.
So did Derrick sometimes.
Okay, Derrick did make a lot of sense, but whatever. Back to the lecture at hand. He said that the reason, so when you get married, you don't marry a man and you know that he's a cheater. When you marry him, you see his characteristics, you see what he's presented to you, right? So you're like, oh, this is a good dude. He's got it going on. Everything's good. But at the end of the day, if his character and his discipline before getting married was cheating, so when he was single, he was a cheat. When he was growing up, he was kissing multiple girls. When his daddy was teaching him about relationships, he was thinking that in order to be in one, you had to have, multiple chicks. It's not cool to be, a one-woman man. Yeah, one-woman man. It's only cool. Thank you so much, my son. Look at him come through. Let me get a little hand clap. Hey, yes, I got all the hearts coming through. Come through, Caleb. Thank you, son. Yes. And so he said that if he first was not disciplined in himself to be to not be with multiple women, then he won't have that once he gets married either. So if he was a hoe when he was a young boy, then a high schooler, then a college student, he's developed an appetite to hoe things. Does that make sense? So that is how he behaves. That is how he views relationships. So just because he said I do does not now make him not a cheater.
Come on. It doesn't magically stop.
It doesn't magically stop. His behavior would have had to be disciplined before that. He said you have to know a man by the discipline in his finances. How does he handle his popularity? Is he disciplined with his friends? He said behind every cheating man is a best friend who knows. Why are we perpetuating not the situation, but perpetuating the cycle? What? The comments? I'm going. He said, why are we perpetuating the cycle of this being an okay behavior? We have to start holding each other accountable. And I was like, hey, man, Ace, okay, that was really, really good. Because so often you hear like, oh, man, that's my boy. I had to keep it for him. Instead of saying, you know what, bro, like, that's a good woman. Like, Derrick Jaxn's best friend, like, he should have been like, man, Danae is good people. Like, she holds you down. Since what, 9th grade? You don't think you should not be cheating on her? Like, what's going on? Where was that friend to hold him accountable? And I'm not saying it's anybody's responsibility to do it. I'm nothing like that. But what Ace was saying was very relevant. Okay, oh my gosh. Erica said we gonna be already. City girls will be back up in the week, back up by the weekend. Okay, another public relationship about to be over before Easter. Mercy. Yes, helmet of salvation. Come on, Lord. What is that about? I want her to. Anyway, let me scroll. I got so many things I need her to do. The helmet of what? Yes, if you go watch The Shade Room, they're just disrespectful with the reporting. It's just horrible.
They're really just reporting, and it's the comments.
Okay, the comments are disrespectful. Horrible.
They're horrible.
It's bad. They walked right into it. It's a boo-boo storm, for real. Jesse said, I'll put you on game about men. Just pay $8.99. Come on, Jesse. Shameless plug. Put us up on game, buddy. I'll probably pay for it because sometimes we need to know. My friend and I were talking about narcissistic men. Shaking my head. Clowns. Absolutely. Clowns is literally like an understatement. Like, it's so bad, the gaslighting. It's just bad. I'm sorry, you guys. My thing keeps moving because my charger's here. So forgive me on that.
About you.
What?
Look on
What is that? Jesse, stop. I just shameless plugged you about your $8.99. You said y'all can't trust men who speak in the third person.
About their mistakes. Saying blame Derrick, not Derrick.
Right. That was so creepy to me when he did that car interview about himself. Who does that? What? In the third person. It was disturbing. God's grace and mercy, God changes people. Don't mean you got to stick around during the decade of change behavior. Erica, I fell out the chair and I got back up and sat down. 100% agreed. Why do I have to sit here during this whole process of embarrassment? And now for her to be, I want her to rely on God. I do. I want her to rely on Jesus because we all need him. But I don't want her to
do any more videos. No more videos. It's becoming daily.
I just want to laugh too hard. I want to laugh too hard.
It's becoming a daily thing, and it's so sad.
Guys, me and Steph don't want her to do any more videos.
No.
Because it's not going to get better for her, the shade. And I'm not even shading her. I want her to be okay.
People are genuinely concerned.
Do you
Especially
think?
after the army video.
The army video
army
was
shirt.
pretty rough. If y'all haven't seen it, and I don't want you to leave my live and go to it, but doggone it, please search it out after this. Because you must see it. It just, like I said, it's just not, and you know, I just feel like I said earlier, for Christian women, you know, this is just not a good look. This is just not a good depiction of what and who we are, what we stand for, at all. I don't know. What, Stephanie? What? Okay, Jesse. Now I get it. You're so funny. Right. Anyway, I fixed it. We're good now. Thanks for your concern. Brandy said, "Ho." Okay.
No, she's laughing at appetite for hoe things.
Oh.
She had to fix her hoe because it was how.
Yes. Appetite for hoe things. Yes. Yeah. That's true. I mean, that's just the bottom line. We have to curb that. And you know what? And I'm even going to say women too. Like, for a while, I had to get myself together because I was, I'm dating. So when the loose term for dating is like, oh, I'm dating this. I'm going on a date. Oh, I'm dating. Oh, I'm just dating. But dating, when you're actually, what's happening? Mm-mm. Oh, when you're actually trying to be in a dedicated relationship, you have to give it its due time in order to know if this person is right for you. So dating multiple people can turn into whole activity if you let it. With a quickness. So even just having multiple people's information coming in so quick. Hey, babe, good morning. Like, hey, good morning. Then you get a ping. Good morning, babe. Good morning. Hey, good morning. You develop an appetite for that behavior. You develop an appetite for multiple ding, ding. I need my phone going off. What? And then when it's not happening, it's dry. And I'm going through a very dry phase. I have nobody pinging me. It's sad. I have no text messages coming in because I am a lady in waiting. I want to be married again. I want to have a relationship that's real and legit. I want to be with somebody who's serious about building a life together. So I'm in a dry spell because I'm just not settling for the random pings. I don't want it. If you're gonna be texting, you don't have to take that tone. If you're gonna be texting multiple women, good morning, babe, how you doing? Because we're all dating out here. We all just doing our thing. It's casual, it's easy. We chilling, it's all good. I don't want it. I don't want your text messages. And it's made me very sad lately. It's made me very low, like annoyed, irritated, frustrated. It's made me very grouchy. Sorry, Steph. Yeah. But it has, because I have developed an appetite for multiple text messages coming in, phone calls, dates, going out, hanging out. And it's like, oh, well, this is Johnny. Oh, well, this is so-and-so. Oh, well, that, and it's fun. But is it really? Because you're investing time and energy into these people all at once. So when I do get a husband, okay, because we taking it off of Derrick, let's put it on April for a second. When I do get a husband, what's my appetite? Multiple text messages from random niggas? Because it doesn't stop. Just like what's his name said, Ace Metaphor, he said, that don't stop when you, decide to get married?
Nope.
Your appetite is still the same. You've never disciplined yourself. So I'm in a space of discipline right now. And it sucks. Period.
Yeah.
It sucks. So I'm a little bit
upset. Rude.
Stephanie, dang, can y'all hear her? I hope not. Shoot, this is embarrassing. She said I'm a little upset and rude. Yeah. Jesse said, is it really a market, Steph? I'm starting advice. Yeah, there is a market for that. Dad said, a woman who is dating must keep her eyes and ears open because you can't always see the red flags. True. Set your values and learn to recognize the raw material in a man. Absolutely. That's it. Accountability. Yes, absolutely. You have to hold them accountable for not just what they say. You have to see what they do. It's like, I'm from the show me state. You got to show me. Like Carter, I be telling people, my clients, they're like, how's Carter? I'm like, girl, he from the show me state. Okay? He is from, because you got to show him better than you can tell him. That's me. Show me. Don't tell me nothing anymore. I used to be a sucker for words. Like, I love that just a little talk, a little talking. I was like, he just dumb. Certified dumb. I'm like, he talk good, Stupid. No. Show me. That's 36 years of experience, okay? I just gave you the game. Jesse said, it was the holding hands that got me. He turned to her like, you got something you want to add, bro? Jesse, it was definitely the holding hands for me too. We hated it. It was so awkward. And I'm going to say this, and I was telling my friend Leslie at the shop today. I said, I just feel like when I'm holding hands with Bae, his arm is buffer than mine. His hands is bigger than mine. I don't want to hold hands on top. I don't want to be this one. I want to be under. Can you cover me? Can you hold why I'm holding it on the top like this? And it just didn't look good. It looked uncomfortable and weird. It didn't look like,
because he was holding it on his lap, right?
I guess everything is about him. I know I still got my hand up because it looked and felt this stupid.
He was holding her hand on his lap.
Anyway, that's not how you hold hands. Everybody knows the man's hand goes on top so that the woman's hand can just rest easy, and then it's just like a cute little If she on top, now it's like, what is that? It's awkward because y'all don't hold hands. It's evident. Okay, enough about that. I don't want to be mean. Okay, I'm not trying to tear them down. At the end of the day, if this is what they want for their lives, if this is what they want is for their marriage to work, they have my blessing. I am all for relationships working, but I want her to be healthy in that relationship. That's it. Healthy. Okay, Jesse said, Stephanie said something. He said, is it really, okay. Jesse said, yeah, we should. You should. We always have great talks. Jesse, you do give great talks. Let's see. Who else? Okay, Erica said, that's why you ladies must have your own coin. Not dependent with an N, okay, on anybody. Because people change up fast. Rich men come through with the information, honey, yes. Use the coin to control. And broke men use emotional traits to control. Have your own coin. You won't fall for material things from a man or emotionally because you have options. And you have to have options. Women
use both.
What you say now?
I think rich men use both.
They do use both.
Rich men, because they have
the ability. They use the full book on your butt. Yeah. Narcissists. Gaslighting you, keeping you in the house, only telling you can spend a certain amount, calling you crazy if you overspend. What's over? Anyway, I had a story, but I was like, I can't share it because it's it's family.
Right, it's personal.
I can't share it anyway, but I hate that. I really do. So yes, women, you must have choices. 100%. What'd you say, Jesse? So you have a side dude? Got it. Whatever, bro. No, I didn't have a side dude because I didn't have a main dude. I just had people that I was talking to, but I'm not anymore. Dad said it takes time to learn anything about a person's character and lifestyle. Until you spend time studying your potential mate. Right. Okay. Yeah, so you'll learn you'll learn about your mate when you spend time with them. Yes. I 100% agree with that. So often we rush it and then we miss it. In these instances, or in their instance, they didn't rush it. And Brandy, you covered this in your live. You said that they had actually, she had actually said that he had cheated on her multiple times, even before marriage, and that she told him pretty much before they got married that if he does it again, she was out, she was leaving. And so he waited till after they got married, and he did it again. And because she is a devout Christian, now he's like, I'm a devout Christian too, and I'm sorry, and I'll never, ever, ever, ever do it again. And like I said before, you know, I have fallen for the okie doke in the past. You know, I love a nice Christian man and stuff like that. But, you know, okay, it's really, really, really hard because a lot of them, they're not faring well. They're not faring well at all in this dating market. It is worse to date a man of those values, Christian values, than it is to date a man who doesn't have them. Because at least you know when Ray Ray says, you know, I'm for the streets, you be like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing. But, you know, this other guy, whatever, I couldn't think of a good Christian name. But this other guy, we'll say Derrick.
James.
Oh, James. That's a good one. Yeah. James, he'll tell you, oh, I love the Lord. You know, I love you. I know that you're the woman God sent me. This scripture, that scripture. I'll take care of you. I'm gonna love you. And then what comes out in the wash is something entirely different. And I'll go for honesty. I'll shoot for that. Because it's just really hard to...
Tosh said he was for the streets of gold.
Seriously? As I sip?
But it's true what Tosh said.
Okay.
One of the latest women he cheated with had her own coin. She was a doctor. And he was making He was making videos sitting in front of her house.
What?
Yeah. That's part of the new tea that came out a few minutes ago.
You guys, this is getting disgusting.
He was making videos in front of her house. And so, of course, people were able to piece it together. Like, this is the doctor's house. This is, if you look in the background of some of his videos, he's in front of her house making videos. And she said it in her little text message that she posted.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Back to Danae's mental health. Yeah. With all these newfound allegations and things coming out in the woodwork, now do you understand why she is feeling like she has to come and do a whole spiritual warfare video again and again?
For herself.
For herself.
I feel like she needed it for herself.
She did do it for herself because that would drive you crazy. You're chasing a man who is not chasing you.
He's not even looking at you.
He's not even concerned with your mental health. Or he would have never put you out there like that. Right?
Mm-hmm. Somebody who loves you wouldn't do that.
Oh, my God. And on top of that, sorry, the video's moving again. It's the charger plug, the cord.
Why did Jessie call her Bonnet Bay?
No, I'm not going for that. No. What? Had the same face for half the video. I thought she was edited in. Please stop. Stop. Now, I can't. My vein is coming out. You know that's when I really want to bust a laugh. And tears are coming. God dog, Jessie. Bonnet Bay. Mercy. I know what you mean. She definitely looked. It was just bad. It was bad. It was bad. And the second video, the YouTube video that came up following that, it was even worse. Because, and you know, this is what I was talking about with one of my clients tonight. And Joanne, if you're in here, hey girl, your hair was bomb. I'm post that video on Instagram later. I'm just saying, another shameless plug. I was telling her, I said, you know, the second video, so the first one was scripted, but the second one, she was like, I said it was like she had a different personality come out. Cause she was like, you know, yeah, cause, you know, I started to, you know, put on put my hair in a ponytail and put some Vaseline on my face and go out, and I was ready to, you know, I was ready to fight her. You know, I was going to catch that fake. Something she said, and he, listen, I said, they can't even get their story straight, because he looked at her like, what? And then he turned back around like, and I said, this is so dumb. This is not well put together. I said, because you could tell that, I don't know if that was her actual, or if, was he surprised at that behavior? Did he feel, what was that? It was a straight disconnect. And I just said, you know, this is, just go offline. Just go offline and stop. Okay, Tosh, what did you say? Let's see. Oh, gosh. Oh, you corrected yourself. You said woman. Okay. Okay, Monique, so you left and came back. See, I told y'all don't leave. She said, I went to her page. She is a full hot mess.
She is.
She is going through it emotionally, you guys. We have to call it what it is.
She is.
She is being tormented. You guys see these comments. It is not one comment. It's thousands and thousands and thousands. I mean, and what?
And after the new stuff came out today, they're like, so what scripture she going to come?
Oh, God. Don't mock the word now. The word.
She's going to come up with the full army fatigue.
Listen.
A full army fatigue beret.
Listen. I want her to come out of the limelight. That's not her thing. You know? You know people when they're able to deal with the limelight. You know when people are able to deal with, you know, the comments and the drama. And I mentioned on Brandy's page live earlier, I said Kris Jenner taught us well to use negative and positive. If they talking crap, great. If they talking good, great. All publicity is good publicity. But when you start to spiral out into this is when you've got to pull it on back. And you have to say, okay, this is where I'm going to protect Derrick. This is what you need to be. Derrick, this is you protecting by shielding her and covering her. And now you need to grow her and love her and nurture her and water her. If this is the marriage that you're going to choose to stay in, this is when you pull back. You say, look, honey, I got us. I'm gonna take the heat. Get out the heat, baby. I don't want you to get burned because they coming for you. I'm gonna take the heat, remove her so that she can heal. She is.
He posted that on Twitter.
What'd he say?
He said, don't attack my wife, attack me, or whatever he said.
Yeah, still not the same thing. Still not what I said. That's not what I said.
That's all he said.
Derrick.
And they were like, oh, okay.
No, Derrick.
It.
No.
You did this to her. That's what they said.
Oh, okay. I'm just getting Natasha's Streets of Gold comment. Mercy. Shamika said she wasn't concerned with her own mental health. You teach people how to treat you. And that's why I said, you know, when she said, no, I left and I stayed gone. And I'm like, for how long? Because the story, I mean, we just getting the story, but it's still developing. So you didn't stay gone long enough to get healed. Emotionally, you're a wreck. And, you know, I hate to see our black women pitted against each other. You know, because now it's like her, you know, because she is very, how does she dress? It's more than conservative. It's something else. But she has said she doesn't care. Okay, that's her words. And so to see her pitted up against, the Instagram models and whoever else, doctors and whoever else he's been, entertaining, I feel like, I hate to see us compared. I even hate to see her, drug for her choices with her hair and her clothes and stuff like that, But I feel like as a husband, because it all goes back to the husband anyway. I mean, that's biblical. That's real life. Like, your husband is supposed to be the one to take care of you, right? That's what she has. She has a husband. So he is supposed to take care of her. So even if that means, you know what, babe? I know you don't like to get your hair done, and that's cool. You don't have to get your hair done all the time. But if we go in front of this camera, because we are representing each other, you will get your hair. What, Stephanie?
That's a sticky situation.
Why?
Because then it's like, nah, you don't accept me for me.
Yeah, right. No, it's not that. But everybody needs to be cared for.
But maybe that's not how she feels cared for.
Well, like Shamika said, you teach people how to treat you. So what is it that she needs?
Emotional help.
Right. But what else? Emotional help.
Mental.
You guys should have
help.
seen her face. It was like so ridiculous right now. Yes, she needs to be concerned with her own mental health, but I also feel like in a relationship, I just don't want my husband to allow me to, if I'm about to walk out the house and I don't have a bra on to take the kids to school, like, I'm gonna need you to at least say, boo, what? This what we doing? What's going on? Like, oh, you know what? I forgot. Like, I literally was just running. No, babe, put a bra on. Keep my twins together. I like them up, and I don't want nobody seeing all your stuff. And I want you to be looking, because you represent, like, it's a reflection on your husband. It is. Just like if your husband is raggedy, it's a reflection on you as a wife. Like, dang, her husband just be walking around looking. We have all said it. We have all seen it. We saying it now. She walking around looking crazy. Her husband just letting her, he don't take care of her. He making all that money. He not taking care. We have all said it. We've thought it. So it is true. It is a reflection on you. What?
No, I feel bad because of what she said. Did you read everything that I sent you earlier?
I didn't, because I didn't have time. What did it say?
About how she had found videos and pictures in her phone of all these women, and how, like, she had been comparing herself to all these women and going through, because they were like sex videos and pictures and this and that, and so she would like go. She was obsessing over it. She was obsessing over it, like obsessing. Like she said, she would like watch it every day and be like, okay, well, how do they moan when he does this, and how do they
wait when he or when other people's sex?
When he was he was having sex with other women in these videos that he had on his phone. So she would go into his phone and she would obsess.
Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear?
She would obsess over these videos and these pictures that she found in his phone of him with other women, and be like
scared.
Yeah, that's what she was like. Comparison is of the devil, because she said it literally sent her into a spiral.
This is something else. You can't stay. That, if y'all heard that, that is mind-boggling. I thought whatever I saw or whatever I talked about today, because we had a whole shop talking about it today, was that she was, I guess I thought she was looking at just images of people or just videos of people, not of her husband doing things with these people.
No, it was of these women and her husband doing these things with these women, and what they would sound like and what they would look like and what sounds they would make when they would do this.
She's disturbed. Shamika. Yeah. Her mental health. Wow.
Yeah, like Brandy said. She said she learned every crevice of the woman. Like, she was like...
Obsessed.
upset. And she said it in her post, like, I was obsessed. So I had to remove myself because there was no way, I was spiraling out of control. And then and then she felt like, well, how do I even compete with this? And then that's when she left.
Wow. And all people.
I guess everybody couldn't hear me, but maybe you can reiterate.
Y'all couldn't hear? That was so good. That's why your butt needs to be over here. Dang it.
I'm not ready.
She said that in the video, in the post, excuse me, Derrick Jaxn was saying that she was going through her husband's phone daily, watching videos of him interacting sexually with other women, and she was imitating, trying to do any and everything she saw the women do. Well, if they moaned a certain way, if they responded a certain way, if they did certain things to him and he enjoyed those things, she would try to do those things.
Well, she didn't say that.
Or what?
She just said
she just learned everything about the woman.
Yeah, and she said it came from...
And it came from...
like her rape...
her rape trauma. It came from her rape trauma.
Yeah.
The fact that she was obsessing over these women and the way that they enjoyed pleasure.
Right.
Okay, so okay.
Yeah, she would watch their videos, look at their pictures.
Because it's possible that she does not see sex as pleasure in that way if she was raped so viciously, and she said she was raped by her father, correct?
I don't know. I didn't read who she was raped by, but...
Okay. So and that takes it to a whole nother sick level, because she doesn't see sex as pleasurable. So because she doesn't see it as pleasure, she's like, let me figure out how to make it look like at least, or why do they feel this feels good? Or why do they see, what is the sensation about? You know, she was really doing, I guess, research
on her
husband with other women.
Yeah, she said she became so obsessed with it.
She became so obsessed with it.
That's
when she had to leave.
Because she was watching it every
Because she was
day,
watching in his phone. So the fact that his phone still existed, I just want to say my eyebrows are up. I wouldn't have even left. He would have had to go. Again, there's just so many things. I just, it's a lot to unpack when you're dealing with someone's marriage. And that's why when I initially came on tonight, I didn't want to unpack their marriage, because there's so many things that now she's talking about, now this person's reporting, now he's talking about, and it's just, and then they're talking about these things together, and it's just so much information. But I will say that it did have me discouraged, if I can bring it on back to me, because I started with me. It did have me feeling discouraged. Stephanie, if there's any more comments that I need to read, can you just tell me? Yes, please. Wait. Yes. Tasha, I'm not about to deal with this 27 piece. I didn't even read it. I just saw 20 bundles and 27 piece. You said, I need her to return with either some bundles, definitely some hair honey bundles, yes ma'am, a 27 piece quick weave, or shake the helmet of salvation. 100%. I will even take some hair honey bundles underneath the helmet of salvation, because that'd be cute too. Like, I put a little hat on and then my hair underneath. That's a good look. And it's low maintenance. Just saying. She
said also, I'm a proud member of their church, First Helmet NBC.
Tasha, go to bed. I cannot. Oh my God. I will be calling you later on this. But it made me discouraged, because at the end of the day, I did look at him and I thought, like, this is a really good dude. He seems to have himself together. Like, this would be so nice if I met someone like this, someone with this type of a way, because I didn't at the time know he had a wife up until, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, like everybody else. And so, I felt like this is a great like there are men out there. There are good dudes, and I still feel like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not male bashing. I don't think that everybody is a narcissistic cheater, but I will say that I do think that we have to change the narrative. When we're raising our sons, when we're talking with our daughters, we have to teach them that yes, right is right, wrong is wrong. Cheating is, a mindset, like Ace said, when you're a child, you have to learn that, you can be a one-woman man. You can be a woman who has one man. You can be a man who has one woman. You don't have to have multiples at the same time, and what that does to you when you do that. It's good to explain it. It's good to explain it early, because the world and everything around us is social media dating and dating online and all of these different things. Like, it gives you so many options. It will mess with you and your ability to be a committed, disciplined person. And so I'm saying that to say that my son yesterday, we were talking about this cheating scandal. And Caleb's 13, he's about to be 14, he's going into high school. Can y'all believe it? Because I can't. I don't know. I just can't. But he says, well, he cheated on accident, right? And I was like, no. Actually, there's no accidents. The only thing that we do involuntarily is blink and breathe. Those things happen, just an involuntary action, and sometimes swallow, but you have the ability to decide if you're going to swallow or not. But blinking and breathing, that's what she said. But blinking and breathing, those things are involuntary. So anything else that you decide to do, you do on purpose. So he cheated with multiple women in his marriage and before his marriage on purpose, because he is a man who is not disciplined. And I had that conversation with my 13, about to be 14-year-old son, because when he goes to high school, I don't want him walking down the halls, shifting hands with one girl walking, and then the next girl will come walking by, and then the next girl. No, that's not how we get down. That's not cool. No, you have a little girlfriend, you're going to date her until you guys decide that this is not what you're going to do. And then, you meet somebody else, give it a little time to heal. Let's talk about that. And then you're going to move on. Date someone else. But you're not going to be doing this all at the same time. And you're not going to be putting notches on your belt. And it's okay to wait till you get married to have sex. Not just because it's the biblical thing to do, but because it really does taint your vision of sex and relationships. It can. And that's also what Ace said in his video. He was like, I just don't understand. Like, it's okay for us to encourage. It's okay. Stephanie's getting some water. It's okay to encourage our sons to wait until marriage, or until they find someone who is of value, someone who they love and they want to marry, someone who they're engaged to. It's okay to teach our sons that. Where did we fall off to where we made it okay to have hoe activity and to make them develop a hoish appetite? Because you can force it on them. So it's something to think about. Derrick Jaxn was not a man who got married and decided to cheat. He was a cheater before he got married. And he never changed his appetite, and his discipline never shifted. And that is why he cheated on his wife. And that's it. So, I'm going to scroll to the comments. Monique said, April Marine, no, I went back a couple of years and it's a lot. Oh, it's a lot, girl. It's a lot. Erica said, unfortunately, we're in a world of appearance. Yes. If it looks good, we think it's good. Come on. If you post him or her, that means it's love. That's true. Let's see. Her look doesn't mean anything. That's right. If she showed up looking absolutely gorgeous, people would say why, what the hell was Jaxn thinking? Exactly. How you cheat on that? Nobody is safe. Nobody. And I agree with that. 100%. Shamika said he wants her looking just like that. Yes, he does, because he has a problem. Let's see. He would never take the heat. That's why he's still married to her. 100%. He's married to her because it's easy for him to be married to her. He does not concern himself with who is looking for her, checking for her, because he knows that she's in a lowly place, emotionally drained, because he put her there. And when you're a narcissist, that's where you want her. Why? Because you want to control her. And you want to continue to control the narrative. So embarrassing. His behavior is so embarrassing. Tasha said she left to get groceries. She didn't leave to stay gone. She lied. Not calling the spade a spade. Steph says you are on punishment, but that is so true. She did not stay gone. She definitely didn't stay gone long enough to really heal. Because forget about him. Like, honestly, like in this instance, it's like, you know what, dude, forget you. Like, obviously, I'm not the one for you. This is not about you growing into a man and doing all of these things and getting the Bible and things and whatever else you did. This is about me now. I need to take some time for myself. So, don't come unless I call. Don't come for me unless I send for you. Don't come back premature trying to tell me what you've done, I'm doing. It's more about you. I'm not interested in you. Janet said it best. What have you done for me lately? And that's on period.
That's on Mary.
Yes. She's very homely. Thank you, because I was looking for that word. Oh, yeah. You better be in church Sunday. You showing out. Girl, I do. You're right. I do need to go. Oh, was she? Yeah, she was, about the 27th piece. Sorry. But I do need to go to church too, guys. It's been like a whole year since we've been in the actual edifice. I do miss it. Shamika said, let's not compare looks and let's compare energy and presentation. That's what I've been saying all day. It's not about the way she looked. It's really about her countenance, her aura. You can tell that she is low on energy. He's not feeding her well. He's not speaking well of her, to her. He's not building her up. A woman who is built up by her man, by her spouse, someone who is treating her well, someone who's watering her soil, keeping her fresh, keeping her groomed. There's a glow. There's a glow that comes, and the reciprocal, you can see it. It's like a good dance between husband and wife. A good dance between man and woman. When it's a good relationship, you're like, ooh, I feel that. Thank you. Yes, I love that. You can feel it. It's not just a dramatic presentation, a look. No, I'm talking about you sitting hand in hand with your spouse and you can feel the energy legitimately. That is what I was looking for, and that is what I did not get. She could have been wearing no clothes at all, okay? And because she was bubbly and excited and telling us, what, we both found God and, we're doing this work together. And, we figured out that this is not just about Derrick teaching. Like, we can both help and teach people how to bounce back from this. We're in it together. And if she was of sound mind and of sound presentation, you had me at hello. I'm here for it. Ms. Madeline says, stay or go. The choice is yours to live with, but don't use the devout Christian as a justification for your choices.
Okay.
Ms. Madeline.
It's true.
You be on here spitting facts. Then you said that's a form of manipulation and not taking responsibility for your actions. 100% agreed. 100. B said, why are you talking about me like that? What I say, sis? Hey, girl. Hey, Yoko. You just joined. Okay, well, you know what we're talking about. We are talking about Derrick Jaxn. You got to go back and catch the live. I'm so far caught up. This is so embarrassing. I'm going to have to go back through and respond to you guys' comments on the text because I have so much that I still want to say and feel, and there's so many facts that are in these comments that I don't want them to go unnoticed. I see you. I appreciate you. It is now 11:26. We've been on for an hour and 26 minutes talking about this. And the biggest takeaway for me is that we have to teach our young men how to be men of discipline, character, and so that moving forward, we don't raise up a new generation. Because I feel like in my generation, it's a lot, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, it's a lot of men who have no discipline, no sexual discipline. They have humongous appetites for plenty of women. They say plenty of fish in the sea, like they want every last one. And I'm tired. I'm tired of it. So raising up our young men to be men of discipline, of valor, of strength, raising up our young women to be the same, because it takes two. It takes two. Stick up for yourself, to handle yourself with care, to teach them, another shameless plug, to teach the man that you're with to also, or you shouldn't really have to teach them, but how you treat yourself. You teach people how to treat you, like Shamika said. It's 100% accurate, So all of those things, that's my biggest takeaway. I am not feeling sad anymore. Talking with you all tonight has really cheered me up, because I do still feel hopeful. I'm sure that there's beautiful, nice young men out there. Yes. And we're going to continue that narrative, that there are nice young men out there still. Yes. Shamika said, and I feel like it starts with us women. We have to close our doors and legs to BS. Make the men rise to the occasion, or get ran over. Period. Yeah, I'm not playing. Not anymore. It's like I'm way too old to be dealing with anything less than extraordinary. And that's just it. So if you didn't catch the live, catch us on replay. We will be back next week, The Sweet, 10 p.m. on Wednesday nights. If you didn't catch Beware, come. She comes right before me at 9, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights. And she also talked about Derrick Jaxn tonight, and her take was great too. I was watching it as I was like writing my notes, and I was just laughing like, this heifer's still in my topic. But we didn't even talk today about it, so who knew? But it was really, really good too. So go back and watch hers as well on the replay. I love you guys. I know I said it last week, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to say it every time I'm in front of you. I appreciate you talking with me, talking to me through these comments. Like I said, I'm going to go back this time, and I'm going to go ahead and type in, because I want you all to know that I see you. I appreciate you. You are heard. You are loved. I care for you, and I appreciate you. So next week, I will see you in the suite at 10 p.m. We will have another exciting topic to cover. Hopefully it won't be any more Black love drama. Okay? It'd be so intense. Yeah. Black March romance is like a black... Really March is a month. Oh, it's been a little extra, but I was just going to say, just like a black novel, Black love is it's intense. I love you so... Shamika, I love you so much, and oh my gosh, my baby's hair looks so good. I'm so happy that you love that treatment. It is definitely working for you guys, and I'm thankful. I just had to say that because I was like, oh my gosh, look at my babies. Okay, but anyways, I love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful, and blessed night, and I will catch you next week. See you soon. Bye.